Robert Chaplin joins me now. Thanks so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
And congratulations for your Guinness World Record. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
First of all, what made you decide to try and make the world's smallest book?
I didn't start out trying to make the world's smallest book. I was having drawing shows and selling carvings to people who happened to be physicists. They started liking my stuff, and which was really great. And then eventually I met Dr. Kavanaugh, and she wanted to know if I wanted to try and use the focused ion beam to make a carving of some sort. So I went up and looked at the equipment and sort of tried to figure out what I could do with it. And I thought I could maybe make maybe make a book that way.
A book on something so very tiny. Now, this is a book that your brother wrote, right?
Yeah.
And so how did you guys collaborate to this? What did he think when you came to him and said you wanted to make the world's smallest book?
He wrote the story a long time ago, and I pitched it to another publishing company, and they thought it should have other considerations and should be edited, and Doug didn't want to do that, so we just put it in the filing cabinet for a while. And then 20 years later, when I had access to the equipment, I phoned him up and said, "Do you want to make that story into the world's smallest book? It's about Teeny Ted from Turnip Town and how he won the turnip contest with his giant turnips."
And it's 30 pages long.
Yep.
And so you're basically self-published.
Yeah, I started my own publishing company.
That's great. I love it. So now you brought the book with you, and even though in this box it looks like we could possibly see it, it's on I don't know if we can capture this on camera or not, but it's actually on a tiny little microchip. Robert, explain what we're looking at here.
We're looking at a microchip. It's a piece of single crystalline silicon, and on that chip is a scratch that looks like this.
Right.
Right, and but that scratch on the chip is so fine you can just barely see it with the naked eye, and then the tablets are off center from that, so you can find them.
And you put that scratch on there specifically for a reason.
I put the scratch on there, the little cross scratch on there with a fine diamond point, just so I could locate the book on the chip when I'm looking at it through the scanning electron microscope.
Isn't that amazing? What is the reaction from folks when you talk about how tiny your book is?
Well, it's on a scale that's outside of our ability to experience, so it's sort of mind-blowing.
Yeah,
it's cosmically small.
How do you explain how tiny your turnip book is?
Well, all 30 pages in a 5x6 array of tablets fits comfortably in the cross-section of one of your hairs.
So tiny. What's next for you now that you've done this?
Well, I launched a Kickstarter campaign to make a large print version of the world's smallest book. So if you go on Kickstarter, you can see how that works. And we're raising enough money to be able to print and bind it and help pay my designer to work on it and get all the work done to publish a large print version of the world's smallest book.
That's very good. Well, congratulations, and thanks so much for coming in and sharing your story. Will you, now I know a lot of folks who win Guinness World Records, and you brought the certificate in with you, which is fantastic. I know a lot of people try to outdo themselves. Will you try and make a smaller version of another book?
Well, I think by making a large print version of the world's smallest book, we've already got another record. It's the largest reproduction of the world's smallest book.
Okay. You've got this whole thing all thought out already. All right, Robert. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and congratulations once again. Kickstarter.com is the website to go to if you want to try to help Robert raise funds to create this large print version of the world's smallest book, so you could be part of this next Guinness World Record.
You can be a 1%er. If you contribute 1%, you get your name on the back dust jacket, the back flap of the dust jacket in red letters.
Very nice. All right. Well, congratulations to you and your brother once again. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Okay.